Amazon is changing its FBA fees. I'm going to give you the synopsis, high level to start, and I'll go into some details. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. I've got my new aquarium. This is the first video and shot where you can see the full aquarium. Unfortunately, you can't see any fish, so it kind of defeated the purpose of the install, but here we are. We'll try and see if we can make that work. All right, so FBA fees are changing. Here's what we know so far. The bad. Amazon is charging additional fees for FC, that's fulfillment center, transfer, and offering discounts on these fees if you ship your inbound stock to multiple warehouses instead. Second, Amazon is introducing a low inventory level fee if you consistently have low FBA inventory. You heard that correct. If you normally sell 1,000 units and you're in a month and you're at 100 units right now, you will receive a fee for not shipping in enough. So poke them when they're down, so to speak, I guess, because we know when people go out of stock, it happens. So that one sucks. I think that is the worst part of the announcements. Third, increasing LTSF fees and aged inventory fees. So if you store stuff long-term at Amazon, Amazon is going to charge you even more. That particular change goes into effect April 1st. No Fool's Day there. Increasing fees for products with a high return rate, such as apparel and shoes. That one's going to really sting. If you're in one of those high return categories, ouch, you're going to be paying a lot more fees. Now, there are two good changes that came out of today's announcements. First, Amazon will reduce referral fees for apparel products priced below $20. There's a lot of pressure on Amazon from other platforms that have low apparel cost items. Amazon's going to reduce those fees. And the second piece of good news is new lower pricing structure for Amazon Vine. The rest of it, pretty much bad news. All right, so those are the big highlights. Now, if you want to see the full update and read through this giant piece of literature, I will have a link to this at the top of the video. But in here, it breaks down all of the various different things. We got FBA's inbound placement services, the premium service, the discounted service. You have to send it to multiple inventory levels. So it breaks this down and explains how they're going to charge differently for that. I got to tell you, the TLDR on this is you absolutely want to be sending your inventory to multiple locations. There's just too many fees that you're going to be hit with if you don't. So that's a really, really important thing. They give a chart on explaining the FBA inbound placement service fees. They're going to take into account item size, weight, all of the various different placements and locations and all that good stuff. And they break it down right here. So if you send it to a single location, they're going to charge you an extra 30 cents or so on standard items, up to 68 cents on the biggest items right there. If you use the alternative bulky ones, you're looking at super, super expensive, up to $6 and change on some of those. Receive up to 100% discount off of those shipments, as in don't pay any of these fees when you send to multiple locations. So if I was Amazon, this change is a no-brainer because obviously it costs them more to ship it farther distances. It's kind of a fair update, not going to lie. Still sucks if you're an Amazon seller. You're paying fees everywhere. You got FBA fees going up, PPC fees going up. Your margin is shrinking. Amazon consumers have less dollars because of inflation, so you're taking a margin hit from that perspective. Every which way, you're getting hit. Frequently asked questions. What can I do to reduce or avoid inbound placement service fees? If your shipping plan qualifies, you will have the option to use the discounted FBA inbound placement service where you pay a reduced fee or no fee for sending inventory to multiple inbound locations across our network. So this is going to be in addition to FC transfer fees. So if Amazon is having to transfer your product all over the place and you're shipping it only to one location, they're going to hit you on the inbound, then they're going to hit you with the transfer fee on top of that. So it's kind of a big deal. A lot of changes coming to us with lots of new fees. So there's another help file you can read. There's like multiple changes going on with all these different fees. Products priced under $10 will automatically receive low price FBA rates. with the same delivery speeds as standard FBA. So I don't know if they're sunsetting the, what did they call that old program? They called that, I forget. It's a very kind of unusual program for small and light. I think that was the name of it, where they had that previously. I don't know if they're sunsetting that in place of this. Kind of too early to tell so far. $10 and under will automatically receive low price FBA rates. No action required. Don't have to enroll it in small and light anymore, potentially. I think that's what they're trying to say. So here's the new fulfillment fees for all of that. So if you're selling something super duper small, it could pay as little as $2.24. That's pretty nice. It'll be a little bit beneficial there. Some bulkier items, still going to be paying $6 for a 3-pound item under $10 to ship it, though. I don't know what kind of margins you're going to work with that. So a lot of different size tier adjustments coming in that particular help file. We've got the return processing help file as well. Starting June 1st, we'll introduce a returns processing fee for high return rates. So this one's not going to hit for some time. We're talking June 1st. I think the reason they're delaying this one is because they have to actually create a dashboard. So May 1st, you'll review your product's return rate on the FBA returns dashboard, so you can see how high your return rates are. Some categories average 5 to 8% return rates. Other categories like clothing and shoes, probably close to 20%, 15 on the low side. 20 would be pretty standard, and some of you might be in the 30s. It's pretty substantial. So Amazon does have a loss in that sector. It makes sense why they would try and shore that one up. Sucks if you're a shoe or clothing seller today, though. Man, you guys just took a major hit. So they talk through a processing fee. So here's an example. 1,000 units of a product were shipped to a customer in June 2024. In June, July, and August, 120 of the 1,000 units were returned. The return threshold for this example product category is 10%. So returns that exceed 100 units, 10% of the 1,000 shipped during the shipment month and subsequent 2 months will incur the return processing fee. In the case of 120 units were returned, 20 units would be charged the return processing fee. So I don't know if they're going to set the clothing and the shoes category at a higher percentage. It's not clear to me after reading this file. However, I assume there's going to be some massive pushback from this announcement, and they probably are going to set it at a higher rate. That'd be my guess. It's not going to be 10%, though. I can tell you right now. It's going to be, you're going to 10% would be generous if they did it that way. 15%, though, is probably off the table. It wouldn't be surprising me if they were under 10%. So here's the return processing fees. So you're going to be looking at, I don't know what the actual fee difference is. I don't know if they're tacking this on in addition to what you currently do. So I don't know if this is an addition fee or a replacement fee on returns, but $1.70 to return something, wow, that's going to hurt for a lot of small products. Could be $3, $4 on some of these large standard items. Those are going to hurt big time. So a lot. I honestly, I think of all the announcements today, this is the one that is probably going to see the largest pushback, the largest update before it goes into effect in June. This is 7 months away, so it's a long time before this one comes into place. But like a standard T-shirt for $2.50 to be charged a return fee on top of that, if it's and mind you, it's excessive returns, right? So if they set T-shirts at 15% return rate and you're under 15%, you won't be paying this. But if you're at 20% return rate, they're going to charge $2.53 on that 5%, that difference on the return rates. So a lot of big drops today coming out, a lot of big Amazon news. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because I talk about Amazon news faster than anybody on YouTube. Big news. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. Now, if you need help getting your fees down, you may want to check out My Refund Guy. This is a service that we specifically built to help claw back returns that are lost. Customers never sent them, or lost in damaged units, or lost inbound shipments. I have personally given back more than $1 million for 2 people in their own pockets, including our gnome friend right there, who gave us a video testimonial. And it's actually $2.8 million that we've helped recover for Amazon sellers. It's a lot of money back in your pockets. It's a referral. We charge a commission on how we do this. So nothing out of your pocket unless we can do it. 500 first bucks on me for free. And the rest is up to you. 25% referral fee in most. So check that out, myrefundguy.com. And by the way, I now have my 5th child has popped out of the womb and welcomed into this world. This is baby number 5. My legacy right here, name TBD. My wife is at the hospital while I'm shooting this video. I came home to be with the kids. And she's going to be at the hospital for a few days. She had an emergency C-section. Very not a fun couple of days for me right now, but bundle of joy. He's happy and healthy, and he's here for the ride. And 8 pounds, 6 ounces, 22 inches. This boy is my legacy. So leave me a thumbs up if you like the baby pics. We'll see you guys later.